Hey, what's up, friends? This is probably one of the most important videos you will watch. And I know there's a lot of people that have done videos like this out there, but there's no better time to prepare than now. And the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago, and the next best time is now. So we're going to, this is one of the pillar pieces of content, really, I think, in the survival, the prep community, really just anyone, a sovereign person, a sovereign individual, a free person. You need to know this, and you need to have this ingrained, even though I sometimes struggle with the 5G, and that can be any G out there, but I always am forgetting one of them, right? So we'll see how I do today. But this is so important. It's just a quick video, a quick reminder to understand what is truly important in the world and what's going on. We know we have the Great Reset, we have Klaus, we have Bigglesworth, we've got all the cronies, all the elites telling us and saying there's going to be climate lockdowns, there's going to be more pandemics, cerveza sicknesses, cyber attacks, grid blockages, electricity outages, everything, you name it, food shortages. The president saying it the other day. This is incredibly important stuff. And when people tell you what's going to happen, especially people that aren't so benevolent, you want to take them at their word. You have to take them at their word. History has shown us over and over and over again, you must take them at their word. They are telling us these things will happen. And like it or not, they are in control of the vast majority of what goes on in the world. So let's get into this really quick and talk about what we have going on here. So we have gas. Gas is massive, obviously. Energy, so energy sources. This could really be any type of energy. Could be electricity, could be anything that's gonna give you energy, solar, stuff like that, right? So you wanna be out there, making sure that you're prepared to have this. And there's unbelievable channels out there showing you more of this. Our channel, what I'm going to do is, as I add these things to our repertoire, I'm going to show more and more of this as we build. Well, we have a lot of the stuff already prepped, but some of these things I still want to keep shoring up. And part of my journey is doing this so I can document what we've done and document what's going on and try to help as many people as possible who might be wondering. And so many times, all of us, right, we go to YouTube or we go somewhere to try to find something and see how to polish something, how to tweak something, or how to just do something. Well, here is the place, right? And there's so many great YouTube channels out there right now. There's so many different people that are already putting out unbelievable content, point of view content where you can actually see what is going on, how they're setting up their rigs, how they're setting up their energy. This is massive. Next one is ground. This is the world that I come from. Being a realtor for 8-9 years and for investing in property, we have a bunch of rental properties, getting into a multifamily and self-storage. That's our goal going forward. I'll break that down in other videos actually, and what we're doing, what the plan is actually at the next phase, the next level. But this is huge. Having ground, having cash flowing properties that are providing income, but also more importantly, a place for you to live, a shelter, a place for you to be at, and homestead really. One of the biggest things, and it's not talked about very often, but everyone, the bug out bag community is really big. The everyday carry crowd, the bug out bag, that's great. However, if you want to stand your ground. You want to be at your homestead. You want to be in a place where you know exactly what's going on. You have everything prepared, and you don't need to leave. Bugging out is one of the last options you want to do because it takes more time, energy, in currency a lot of times to go purchasing a lot more wealth, to go buy another place, and you have to go eventually get to that place, right? So you want to be able to stay where you are if you can. So land, having resources, water on this is huge. With water, preferably a pond that you can sterilize the water, a lake, pond, a river, whatever it might be. So this is huge. Land, or cash flowing real estate, that too. So that does count for this too, because you could go live on one of those properties and it's providing income. So we have gas, ground, we have grub. Grub, obviously, this is another fuel source, right? So this is energy for the body. This is energy for the body. We need sustenance, right? Whether it's food storage, whether it is pre-cooked meals, whether it is non-perishable foods, whether it's dried food, whatever it might be. Even if it's old Halloween candy, I don't even know. Just something to give you sustenance, something to give you energy when the times get tough for all the things that we know are coming. So 1, 2, 3 months, 2 to 3 months minimum. Hopefully you can able to get by with your family. Maybe it's 5, 6, 7 people deep. because you're going to help maybe some people around you, hopefully. And that's kind of the point of all this, is getting prepared. So that way, I had a friend ask me the other day, he said, hey, Brandon, what does God ask of us? What are we owed? And I told him, this is my answer, and my opinion is that we are owed to take care of ourselves and then our immediate family. And then you don't want to be a burden on the system. You are obligated to do that, and that's what God expects of you. However, if you can go to that next level, not be a burden on the system, and you can go start providing some of these things for other people, and you can be an asset to the system, be of value to other people, I think that's truly what God is looking for, or a higher being. If you don't believe in God, something above us, something way bigger than us. Carl Sagan's pale blue dot. We are just this itty bitty speck of sand in this cosmos, in this universe. There's something way bigger than us, and we have to understand that, and that's something that I try to every day humble myself. It's not easy being a guy and trying to humble yourself, right? We're driven by ego, and this is something that we constantly have to be humbled for some reason. Human beings in general, especially men, and getting prepared, and it's never enough. It's just constantly doing more. It's constantly tweaking, just like anything, whether it's your journey learning math, your journey learning how to skate, learning how to shoot a bow, learning how to prep, whatever it might be, learning real estate. It's always a journey. So these things, gas, ground, grub, guns. So this is protection or security. This is huge, obviously, to secure the premises. To either, one of the big things is hunt, obviously, and be able to have a bow, have weapons, have guns, have traps, so you can catch animals, you can provide food, you're shooting deer, whatever it might be, where you can provide food for your family sustenance, which goes right into this, obviously. And grub, energy, gas, it gives you that sustenance to live, and that is so key. And then again, if society is breaking down, which again, this society breaking down and civil unrest is always a part of these fourth turnings, these transitions. So we have to be prepared in order to detect innocent people around us. That is a huge thing. So getting prepped, sighting in your weapons, and being, and again, there's so many unbelievable channels, whether it's the Terran Tacticals of the world, the Warrior Report Society. There's so many unbelievable people, the Tim Kennedys of the world, who are, Sheepdog Response, who are teaching these things. And again, I'm going to keep showing my journey, growing up hunting and being someone that lived on a farm, growing up, my father teaching me about just, survival and prep and hunting, and haven't always been able to be as good as I want to be with it. Playing hockey my entire life, I was always gone doing things, but now, in the last 10 years, it's really become very obvious that, I need to get home. We need to be preparing. That's what we've been doing the last 10 years. So I'm excited to keep showing my journey and what we're doing here, and be more detailed of what we're doing. But this is, like I said, this is a huge thing that you need to understand, that this is a foundation for everything. Because if you do this, the last one, gold, if you do this, you are prepped for anything. You are ready to roll come hell or high water. You are ready to, pick up and leave if you need to. But again, like we said, we want to be able to stand your ground, have your stuff here in your spot, so that way you can then take care of those around you, and then you can be an asset. Because one of the biggest things is community. One of the bonus things that we're going to put in here is community. And this is something that doesn't get talked about a lot either, but you have to have great neighbors and people around you. What I mean by having great neighbors is having relationships with your neighbors, having people around you. It could be people down the road too. It could be people half an hour away, an hour away. It could be people 10 minutes away, 5 minutes away. It doesn't matter. It could be people right around you, but you have to have people that are around you that are going to help, and that you can help as well. This is so important. And I did skip over gold. This is wealth, bartering. This is, the wealth transfer is going to be huge. Wealth is never destroyed. It's only transferred, as Mike Maloney has taught us. We want our wealth. We want to preserve it. Bitcoin, you can throw that in here too, obviously. So having your cold storage, having your keys, your private keys, making sure you know that they're stored, you have that safe, and you have your wealth preserved, and it's going to grow in times of chaos, but you can also barter with it. You can also transact. You can also do what you need to do to get by. If these things are running out, you have wealth in order to get more of these things. So these are all self-reinforcing items here. This was huge. And then community. You have to have the strong people around you and strong relationships, which is the biggest thing. You talk to any survival expert, you read any survival book, and community is probably the biggest thing that always stands out to me in reading any of this, because you can try to lone wolf it with these 5, but this, you run out of these for some reason, or some of these go bad for some reason, or something happens, you need community. And your community is going to need you. If you're doing these 5 things, guess what? You're probably going to be helping a lot of people. And that is that ultimate fulfillment. It's kind of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where you are fulfilling what God wants you to do. You're taking care of your family, your immediate self and your family, and then you're going and helping God's children. So 5G's. The Great Reset is here. It's upon us. The monetary transition is here. It's coming. The shortages galore. We have to be prepared. This is absolutely key for what is coming in life. These 5 things with the bonus down here, making sure we are providing for ourselves and then the people around us and being abundant. There's limitless ability and opportunity on this earth, and there's infinite resources. Like we said, Carl Sagan's pale blue dot, we are a speck in this world. We can have what we want. God has given it to us. He put us in Eden, and then we messed that up. So he put us in abundance. We're the ones that messed that up. So we can have that. It takes prepping and getting prepared and being independent of the system and making sure you can survive. Because when you are independent, you then can go forward with confidence. That's probably the biggest thing, is confidence. When you've done this, you are a confident person. And that, hopefully we never have to use it. But if we do, we're confident. If we don't, we're confident because we know we're prepared. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, we're going to be going through more of this as time goes on and I'm going to be showing more also just over the shoulder of what we're doing, how we're preparing, bigger lists, what we're actually preparing, what we've packed, whether it's bug out bags or whether it's actually standing your ground, hopefully in your homestead. So I'm being prepared for whatever might come. So the 5G's, it's one of the biggest cliches in the prepper world, but it's always good to have someone else's spin on it and someone else's take on it. So if you are thinking, hey, I've been thinking about this for a while, go produce a video, go out and do a Facebook Live, go out, do a YouTube video, go do something and talk about the 5G's, put your spin on it. I love when people put their different little takes on what to add to this. And you don't want 3,000 things, but 5, 6, 7 things about talking about what are the most important things to add. And I love seeing people's videos about this because this is confidence. If this breeds confidence and this breeds abundance when we're all thinking in this way. So the more people are like that, the more abundance there are going to be in life and the less scarcity, less shelves that are bare. When people aren't prepared, then you have bare shelves. Then you have toilet paper gone for 2 years. That's craziness. Where is the preparedness? Where do we go wrong where we're just expecting the government or just-in-time shipping and next-day delivery to get us what we need? So appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next video. Like I said before, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please put them in here. I love responding to your guys' comments. And we'll see you guys on the next one.